What's up again, everybody? This is the first in a new series of videos where we are going to look at some really cool combos within the world of Dice Masters. I hope that these videos get you inspired to build some teams around these combos that we're going to look at over the next however many videos this is. And if you have some interesting combos that you'd like featured, then just send those to me or comment with them in the comments below on this video, and I will see what I can do to get them put together and a video pumped out so that everyone can take a look at what you are working with. So the first combo we're going to talk about today involves this card. This is Medusa from the Deadpool set. This is the uncommon Medusa that has the deadly keyword, a really cool keyword that basically means anything that she is engaged with gets KO'd, whether or not the damage that she deals to it is enough to KO it, it still gets KO'd. But her other ability says, when Medusa KOs a character die with combat damage, send that KO'd die to the used pile. So she's a great blocker. Her stat line is a 1-2-4, a 1-3-5, and a 2-4-6. She's a 5-cost mask, so it's not terribly out of the realm of possibility of getting her out fairly early. And as I said, she's a great blocker with the deadly keyword and with her ability text. And of course, one card does not make a combo, so what can we do to make this card even better? Well, if we add in Rare Black Bolt that has an ability that reads, when fielded, target character die you control gains +2 defense. If that character die also has deadly, all opposing character dice must block it if able. Looking at Black Bolt by himself, he is a 4-cost mask character, so both of these characters actually have the same energy type, which is great for synergy, and you can more easily buy one and the other. He's got an 0-3-2, a 1-3-3, and a 2-5-4, so the sides on him are actually pretty good for a 4-cost. The 2-5-4 is kind of expensive to field him, but it's a great stat line for a 4-cost, especially with one that has this ability on it that combos so well with Medusa. So the combo, as I'm sure you can see, involves purchasing a Medusa die, getting it out in the field, then also having a Black Bolt purchased. Once Medusa's in the field and you have a board built up, you drop Black Bolt, have his when fielded ability target Medusa, at which point she has a ton of defense, and then you attack with your board, maybe half your board or your entire board, however much damage you want to push through, because all of your opponent's characters have to block Medusa at that point on that turn that you field Black Bolt. And you just push a ton of damage through however much you want. So a good next question for this combo is, what does this combo really fit? What goes into the team along with this combo? I think the first thing we should also take note of in both of these cards is that they are both affiliated with each other via the Inhumans Affiliation. So what other card has an Inhumans Affiliation? Well, Lockjaw. In fact, Lockjaw is the only other Inhuman in Dice Masters right now. So when building a team, you gain some flexibility with the when fielded effect on Black Bolt if you include one of the Lockjaw dice, because it can also target Lockjaw. Now, which Lockjaw should we use? I actually prefer the common Lockjaw because of his control-like ability. So if I were to include a Lockjaw, I would personally include the common one. Speaking of control pieces are critical when you're running a combo deck to keep yourself alive against aggro so that your combo can go off before you die, essentially. So with that line of thinking in mind, I would also include onto this team cards like Super Rare Ronin, which is a great 3-cost first turn buy if you're going first that absorbs damage and blocks simultaneously. Cards like Captain Cold's Cold Gun, which are great for removing card text and KOing things that are threatening on your opponent's side of the board on your opponent's turn. And then thinking about utility, including Rip Hunter's Chalkboard allows you some early turn purchases that you can prep over, and it also allows you to just speed that combo up. Once you've gotten those pieces in place, and once you've made your decisions on what cards you want to see in those rolls, your last couple of slots are basically filled up with what you want to kill your opponent with, because again, you need a board that you want to push forward once all of your opponent's blockers are pulled to Medusa. So for those spots, I chose Justice because he's got a great ability and he's a 2-cost, and I also chose Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's a little pricey on the fielding cost, but he's got a great stat line and he can hit really hard, so you don't need too many of either of those dice. These 2 slots are totally up for grabs. You can put whatever you want in there. I recommend something low, and you could go control if you wanted to keep that vibe going, but I think there's enough control pieces already on the team that some nice aggressive 2-cost options are just fine. As for basic actions, I like some ramp, so I included Superhero Registration Act, and I also included Mutation, which is the reprint of Polymorph, specifically for the global, in that you can spin something down, like Medusa, which isn't really there to push damage, it's just there to soak up blockers, so that you can spin up your attackers. Now this is sort of a double-edged sword, and so I'm kind of waffling on this choice here of Mutation, because your opponent can buy it and polymorph out Medusa and polymorph something in from your used pile. Other than that, though, I think the global global fits the team fairly well. And there are a ton of great basic actions that you can use instead of these two, so be creative. So there you have it. There's a cool combo using Medusa and Black Bolt, and there's a possible team that you could put around that combo that might work. If you have suggestions for other combos, or even if you want to say, hey, maybe this card's better in this specific deck, let me know. Just post in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.